Hi everyone! Welcome to my video! Woo! First ever video. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Psalm. Nice to meet you. I'm the artist that's behind all the mediocre art that you see on this art page. Yay! Well, welcome to my video. If you're watching this video, you must be a beginner artist or someone who's interested in painting. Yay! Or you've seen my poll and said yes to me making this video, so here we are. Yes. Or you're just being nosy and wanting to see what this video is. Either way, welcome. So today, in this video, I'm just going to be giving a few tips and tricks, woo! Or, a few suggestions to anyone who's interested in starting to get into painting and whatnot. So let's get started. Yes. So first of all, I am not an expert. I have just been around the block a couple times or two, and I just know a little bit something about painting. So tip number one. First, you want to figure out what kind of medium you are going to want to be painting with. What? So there's basically three types of mediums. So you got acrylic, watercolor, and oil paints. But what is like the major difference? What? So watercolor, basically what it says, watercolor, you use water as your medium with the paint. So it's more transparent, something like that. You have acrylic, which is a water-based paint. And oil paint is obviously oil-based. Duh. So if you're starting off, I highly suggest starting off with acrylics. Why? I personally paint with acrylics. I think they're more convenient, meaning they're way cheaper, especially compared to oil paints. It dries faster. If you do oils take like forever to freaking dry. Ooh, what? So you'll have shorter time with finishing the project that you're working on. The kinds of paint I use Liquitex, just the basics. And this is like, what is this? This is like a little over 8 fluid ounces. And this I get at Michael's and it's like $7 or $8. Or you can get like a smaller one, which is like 4 ounces, same brand. And this is $4. Woo! But for beginners, I definitely recommend starting off about this small. This is 2 fluid ounces, and this is something you can get at Walmart, and it's like 50 cents. Super cheap. They have it in matte and in the gloss, so make sure when you do, if you do purchase one of these, you want to make sure you get, I recommend the gloss. The matte has a really cool like finish, but like the consistency of the paint is definitely different. Yeah. So after you establish what kind of medium you're going to be using, we come to tip number 2. Woo! So tip number 2 is going to be gathering all the materials you're going to need. Yeah! You're going to set yourself up to get ready to paint. So a couple of things I recommend. One, when you're painting, definitely don't wear your best outfit. Duh. Yeah, especially for beginners, most likely you're gonna get paint on it. Invest in an apron if you know for sure you're gonna get paint all over yourself. I have an apron, but I personally, literally, I don't use it. Ooh, what? So I honestly don't know why I even have it. But I just have like a designated outfit where an old t-shirt and like some old sweatpants that, I don't really care about. And I never walk outside the house with, so yeah. Either an apron or an outfit that you're gonna continue painting in. Woo! After you establish that, I recommend getting like a cloth or something that you can put your artwork on top of so you don't get paint on other surfaces that you obviously don't want paint on. So I have a cloth over here. There's my little workstation. I definitely recommend getting your own little workstation. A cloth, you need a palette, something to put your paint in. You need a water cup and some paintbrushes. And when you're painting, I recommend having like another cloth or like a paper towel or something to wipe the excess paint off whenever you're switching between colors. Yeah! You want to start small. So after you get all the materials you need, when it comes to picking out canvases, I would recommend doing the smallest canvas. I personally use 6x6. I do like my minis. So this is a 6x6. It's a flat canvas, meaning it doesn't have the wooden frame, so a frame built into the canvas. So this I recommend y'all using when you first start out. At least this small, and then once you develop your skills, you can obviously progress and get bigger as you go. Yeah! You can start working towards canvases about this big. Woo! By the way, these are, how big are these? These are 24 by 30. And then this one right here is 16 by 20. So once you start developing your skills, you can absolutely work your way up towards that. But starting out, smaller the better. Another tip is don't want to spend a lot of money on the materials that you need to complete your projects. Why? All beginners, they obviously don't really know what they're doing off the bat, so you don't want to spend all this money, invest all this money, and then come to the realization like, okay, painting is really not for me. Now I spent all this money and I don't even want to be painting anymore. So don't do that. If you start painting and if you actually stick with it and love it and see yourself actually doing it for a while, then as you progress on, then you could start investing your money in everything and all the products and stuff that's going to help elevate your artwork. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be when you're starting to paint, you need to have an understanding of the color wheel. Huh? Maybe you've heard of the color wheel before, maybe you haven't. If not, no worries. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Yay! Here's the color wheel. I made this nice little color wheel for y'all to see. So, with the color wheel, you need to have an understanding of basically the colors, right? Duh. When we're talking about colors, you have primary and secondary. What? Your primary colors are going to be red, yellow, and blue. What the heck does that mean? Primary means basically you can't mix any other colors together to get these colors. Secondary colors are going to be primary colors that you can mix together, and that's the result of those colors being mixed. So your secondary colors are going to be orange, green, and purple. Woo! Okay, so to get orange, you mix the primary colors red and yellow, gets orange. Primary colors yellow and blue get green, and then primary colors blue and red get purple. Okay, and while we're talking about colors, there's obviously white and black as well. Some can argue that white and black are technically not colors. Huh? Because white is basically the color of light, and black is what you see when light is absent. It's not on this color wheel, but if you mix orange and brown together, which are two secondary colors, did I say brown? When you mix orange and blue together, two secondary colors, you actually get brown. Yes. Once you have a basic understanding of that, there's a lot of cool things that you could paint. Yes. Also, if you're starting out, it might be a good idea if you just work like with minimal colors as possible. Huh? It's kind of hard to work with colors when you don't have the basic techniques down, and then it can be kind of frustrating when your painting doesn't turn out exactly the way you're wanting it to turn out. So, like for example, when I started working with paint, I definitely started off with just black and white. You can totally do that. If you're like, screw that, I'm ready, I want some color, let's go for it. Yeah! Do you, boo-boo? That's just my suggestion. Woo! So those are the major tips that I have for this video. I was gonna do like an actual painting video where you guys watch me paint and I actually explain it, but to start off, I want to just give some basic tips. So if I do that, when I do that, which will probably be in my next video, I want you guys to have the opportunity to get all the materials that you need. Yay! If you plan on watching the other video and seeing the process of how I make my paintings, which I plan on doing a mini tutorial on the minis that I do, the 6x6 minis of the canvas that I just showed you guys. And we're gonna do like a little landscape, maybe like a pretty sunset sky or something. Woo! So if you like this video, stay tuned for the next one, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching!